Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo. It is Saturday morning, and we've got a new episode of Kimetsu no Yaiba to watch. We've got episode 17. Last time on Kimetsu, we entered the spider people place, and we fought some spider people. Mostly fought with our own Demon Slayer homies who had been controlled by spider strings and stuff. Some brutal shit. Some emotional moments, some interesting stuff, and I made some comments that caused the internet to write a lot of comments, a whole lot of comments. So I said some stuff about my feelings on Tanjiro's response to the like emotional turmoil that he went through in this episode or in the last episode, and a lot of people took issue with the way that I saw it, and so I just want to like step back and restate in a different way. I get that he was like angry before he changed his form when he saw forgiveness from her. I still don't think that's a payoff. All I want is an emotional payoff for the emotional trauma, literally trauma, that Tanjiro keeps going through. So far, he has been an archetypal good boy, a very, very good boy. And I want to see him be a little bit bad. I want to see Tanjiro get mad and like act on it. Genuinely act on it, and I don't think we've had that, and I would love it. Because from my perspective, if Tanjiro keeps getting like hit by the world, by Muzan, by demons, by whatever, and he never hits back, then if he's always so calm and so composed and able to do the right thing, then he becomes boring to me. He becomes a one-note character where we know what Tanjiro's response to anything is going to be. Take it in stride, be calm about it, figure out the way through. And yes, that's a good thing as like, if this were the real world, that's what you would want in somebody to follow. But in a story, I want some depth in my characterization. And that means I want Tanjiro to react when the world slaps him. When the world says, yeah, you know, those people you were about to save? Can't. Tough. They're dead, and they're gonna die brutally in front of you, and you can't do anything about it. I want Tanjiro to be mad about that, and I want him to act on it. And maybe we'll get that in a little bit. Maybe we'll get that when we end up fighting one of these demon spiders who's a little less forgivable. Because this mother as an introduction, or I'm not sure, is it a mother character? I believe it's the mother character. As an introductory character is forgivable, has something to her. She's clearly under the thumb of this father character and terrified of even her own children. So there are worse things in this spider hangout, and maybe Tanjiro will be able to let off some steam against them. At least I hope so. We've also got Zenitsu just sort of wandering around there, and he hasn't actually found anything, but it appears that something has found him. So I think it's the weird, creepy spider-faced dude, which I think is a little spider guy, about dog-sized, which is pretty creepy. So we might end up with like a two-pronged battle going on with Tanjiro and is it Inosuke? I want to say Inosuke. That sounds wrong now that I've said it, though. Shit. With them fighting on one front, and then with other stuff happening on other fronts for Zenitsu and stuff. Plus, we've still got super powerful reinforcements apparently on their way. We'll see when that happens. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's about it going in. We got spider people. Let's fight them. Cool. I have episode 17. We're on 17, right? Okay. I have episode 17 of Kimetsu no Yaiba up and ready to go. It is at 0 seconds. There will be a picture-in-picture version of this reaction video with the video up there in the description down there. Timer-based version up on YouTube. Any discussion I want to do at the end, beep beep timer at the beginning to sync up if you want to do it that way. And that's now. Timer goes here. Zamun. Mm-hmm. Right. I was right. It's a lot of blood, dude. You okay? I see. So banging his head up against the trees was trying to train head stillness. Yeah, he's going lightheaded. Yeah. Okay, well, there's something. At least a mention of inability to save people. Okay. Dude, you gotta stop that blood loss. Hmm. Unless they're a family, apparently. I'm gonna guess it was a spider. Uh-oh, dude. Hi. Oh, God. Okay. You must master a single thing. Wonder who that's directed at. I'm going to guess Zenitsu. No such luck, buddy. Sorry, bud. Oh, jeez. Wait, what? That was like the same face as the spider thing. What the heck? Yeah. What is this strange green goop? Oh, just just slowly lower that CG model down. That was actually really cool. It looked great. Ah. Well, I thought he was a little spider, but no, he's a big spider who makes little spiders. What was that, Itsu? I feel like he's already wrapped you up in threads. Oh god, that's nice and creepy. Oh geez. Yeah. Oh geez. All right, how do we get out of this one? Huh. This is bad. Yay. Ooh. Oh, that's wonderfully creepy. that back and forth between their eyes, just laughing and crying. Oh, that's great. Was that a dark-haired young Zenitsu? Are we gonna get Zenitsu backstory? Oh no. Look, the spider thing in Toy Story still creeps me out, and now we've got like a dozen of them. I'm out. That's exactly what they look like, actually. This is a weird piece of soundtrack. Hmm. There's that backstory. So he does have dark hair. Why did it change? You must master one thing. I wonder if he has already mastered that one thing. And we're just learning about it. Oh, it's a tsundere grandpa. Pretty much my favorite archetype. So that probably factors in. Lightning? He's gonna get struck by lightning. Boom. Turns his hair gold and creates this sleep thing. Well, it matches your shirt better now, so whatever. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Uh oh. Yeah. Oh. He's about to awaken. Dude. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Spider Bro. I think he's gonna land on his feet in a badass pose. Oh, a 3-point. 3-point landing? Do it. Do it. Thunder breathing. Or land on the side of a tree. Alright. Nope. Oh. Acidic stuff. I've seen this before. Utena style. Must master one thing. Nice. Who needs a second attack when your attack is perfect? That was a cool shot. Hmm. Hmm. Forging a person and forging a sword are not that different. It's a classic metaphor. Hell, I mean, it's berserks. We'll see, buddy. I'm gonna put my money on Zenitsu. This has got to be Zenitsu's theme, right? It's gotta be. Hmm. Hmm. We're avoiding showing this character's face. I wonder if it's because we're not supposed to know him or because we are. He's not the first Demon Slayer that Tanjiro met, is he? I don't think so. Maybe it doesn't matter who he is. Alright, that's pretty weird. Just cutting out like the eye features and making everything else that background. That was really strange. And it's Nezuko. Hmm. Lost a few brain cells in the process. All right. Oh. Zappy zap. That was dope. This lightning is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Yeah, buddy. So is the poison still in effect, or is it entirely linked to his survival? Oh, we got the crack clock, so I assume that means. Wait. No, dude, it's not a dream. Huh. Just gonna break my heart now? Alright. Yeah, go get some help. You'll be fine. Hmm. Oh, we're splitting the party? Alright. Yep. You're entirely fine. Hi. Couldn't smell it. That is bad. This isn't one that we've met before, is it? That. Who's your daddy? Oh. Oh my. Looks like Cho'Gath. Can he not even cut him? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that could be bad. I mean, if that's the case, then we just need, I mean, story-wise, it'll be the arrival of the more powerful guy, but we'll see. We'll see. It could have just been a stylistic freeze frame, too. Like, freeze at the moment of contact. This is completely different. Combined junior and senior high. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Huh. Ah. He doesn't have the blue necklace, so I don't think that's the same guy. All right. So, pretty cool episode. I'd say mostly focused on Zenitsu. Gives us a little window into his backstory, where he came from, how he got his unique ability, and reinforces some of the stuff that we already knew about him. He is full of self-loathing, big time full of self-loathing, but able to push past that, able to do what he's got to do when he's got to do it, and we learned a little bit about why and what it is in his past that makes him that way. We start off the episode with Tanjiro expressing some of the exact things that I kind of wanted him to express, so yay! You know, inability to save some certain people, and the stuff about recognizing that the woman spider was terrified of something else. Great. I mean, I still don't think of that as like the payoff that I'm looking for, but at least it's addressed. Great. Lovely. So then we switch ourselves over to Zenitsu. He gets bitten by a spider, and that sets everything into motion. So we come up upon this horrifying place with like these creatures, humans turning, I guess they're all former demon slayers, getting turned into spiders. It's horrible scent. All right. And then this moment. Yeah, all right. So when we drop this thing down, yeah, we're just sort of dangling it. It kind of clips on the corner of this building, but that's no big deal. What they nail is this, like, the thing that spiders do when they drop a little bit on their web. They do bounce, and their legs do that as well, depending on the type of spider. So to nail that really brings in something of the creepiness of real world spiders to this dark CG shape that just sort of emerges from this creepy building. It's really lovely. I like it a lot. And then when we get up close to him, really great detail all over on all the hair and stuff. I know that there are a couple of scenes where there's like some really incredible motion blur, and I want to see how it's done. but I might not be able to find them. Then we've got this sequence, so we can see how the CG model is actually articulated, and it's great. They use it to full effect here to give us that full creepy spider vibe. Fantastic. And I think the spider looks great. It's almost indistinguishable when we switch from 2D to 3D. A part of that is just because of the way they've simplified the shading on it, to be like pretty straightforward. Lets them get up close like this and have it look good and have it look almost exactly the same. So this is a really solid example of swapping between 2D and 3D rapidly. There's a sequence where we just have like Tanjiro eyes and then spider eyes. Yeah, spider eyes laughing. Tanjiro freaking out, spider eyes laughing, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. We've done that kind of humor a few times in this show so far. It's not my favorite, but it works sometimes when it's executed properly. It can work. And this spider boy is just gloating. And it takes Zenitsu back to another time he was hiding, stuck up in a tree. And of course got struck by lightning. So we meet his senpai, his sensei. We are introduced to this other character a little bit later, who I assume will be a character, and we're supposed to recognize him once we see him with the necklace and be like, oh, that's that guy. All right. And then there are these little spider things, and I mentioned it during the reaction, but goddamn, they remind me a lot of the little Toy Story creepy spider head thing. I wonder if they're inspired by it or if it's just totally coincidental. But man, something about bald, big-eyed baby heads on spider bodies is nightmare-inducing. And I love it. And they're always or almost always CG. They look pretty good too. And even the fact that they're like all copy-pasted identical kind of makes sense if they're all being shaped by the same poison. It's like, all right, cool. So, passes out, and this creates a great moment of, what is it when the audience knows something that a character doesn't? I don't know. But we know that this is the road to Zenitsu becoming more powerful and beating the shit out of the spider guy. The spider guy doesn't know that. He's like, this silly goober. Trying to think of, I'm sure that there's a word for that kind of a trope where a villain doesn't realize that the hero is getting ready to murder them and is gloating because they think that whatever the hero is doing to prep, but we know that it's prep. They think it's stupid. There's got to be a name for that trope. I'll spend like an hour or two on TV tropes fruitlessly searching for it after I record this. Okay. So we get him speaking in his sleepy state, doing lots of cool stuff, ducking and weaving around attacks, being real badass. It looks great, sounds great, is good. Now, okay, so I wanted to see this bit again. Somebody had fun with that. Somebody had a lot of fun with that. All right. Moving forward. I like this cut, or this shot, as we rotate and then crossfade in. It's nice. And then the metaphor about forging a sword. Solid one. Forging a person who is strong and sturdy and has impurities removed. Very much same idea. And I mentioned it during the reaction, but I think the first time I was really exposed to that metaphor would have been Berserk. Although it's done in a little bit of a different way. The whole like sparks of life thing. One thing I want to mention is like, well, the lighting effect. As the zappies start to occur, he starts to glow a little bit more, and it's all across him. There's a little strobe on him. See that? Yeah. Fantastic. And then the actual lightning effect itself that they used. We've got this little piece here. So he's eating a peach. I wonder if that means anything. I don't know. And he's wearing this necklace. I don't remember seeing that anywhere, but hey, I could be wrong. And he's a dick. And we get all of this deep insight into Zenitsu's self-loathing and fear of everyone else hating him. Justifiable fear. Sensible fear. But he has one person who pulled him through it. I assume that he's trying to cause him to pass out in order to train his thing, but I really don't know. Unless that's a leash. Kept dragging him back, didn't give up on him. Even if it was cruel, even if it was difficult, even if it was hard, didn't give up on him. So I think this is the only or one of the only cuts where we have one of these spider boys in 2D to show us the close-up of the tongue lash, and then they're all 3D for the rest of it. I assume that the tongue lashes themselves are drawn in. Yeah, so he's really feeling it. Got spider boys everywhere, and zippity zappity zoop. All traditionally drawn lightning effects, I think. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think they are. And hot damn, they look good. Regardless, whatever they are, they look freaking amazing. As they flash in, it's a different bolt of lightning almost each time. Sometimes it'll be the same one for a few frames in a row, or a same one with like minor modifications. But man, it looks good. And then that moment right there, when we get this flash, eyes open. So, something different. And it's like pressure knocking him to the ground. Eyes open, pupils invisible, thunderclap and flash. Holy shit. Oh my god. Fuck off, Dragon Ball Z. So that's all still CG. Not sure that the face is. Don't think the face is. That's not. Ooh. There's some weird stuff going on here. See, when I see this mess of shadows in here, this reads as 3D to me. But I actually cannot tell. I actually cannot tell. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, this is one of the sequences that I thought looked interesting and I wasn't sure. I really cannot tell. But then we have the coolest shot in the episode for sure. We get him instant transmissioning in over here with a zap of lightning. Whoosh, boosh. It's almost like he's warping in there. That's so cool. There are 3 stages to that effect. We get this flare of almost like speed lines. We get this whoosh, which I assume is... No, I don't actually know what it is. Then we get a crackle of lightning, a zippity zap, and he appears. Wait, then what happens after that? There's another zippity zap at his feet. Oh, it's clouds and stuff and a zippity zap. Okay. And then that transitions us into him doing a cool bounce off of this spider thing. Zoom. Straight into the eye. Classic. Bounce, 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 bounce. I feel like this one with the black lines all over it, I feel like they've actually taken Zenitsu's like model and smeared it. I was thinking that in this first one, when we get the no, where is it? The zippity zap, that one. I think that's Zenitsu's character model smeared. Different sections of it smeared differently. This section. Ah. In any case, it produces the desired effect. I let out an involuntary woo when this occurred because it's amazing. And of course, he pulls a Bakana. It's impossible. No way. And then Zenitsu sort of fades out, imagining himself having a wonderful dream where he actually is strong and can actually help people. And then your heart just breaks for Zenitsu because he's a good boy. He's a good boy. He just wants to be strong so he can protect. I feel you, Zenitsu. I feel you. Who doesn't? Who doesn't want to be strong so they can protect what they care about? There's a reason it's like the most classic shonen protagonist motivation. Because it works, and everybody can relate to it in some way. It wasn't for nothing. And there's this other sentiment, like all of this work and effort that someone else saw fit to put into me, I have to repay to the world. I have to prove that they were not wrong about me. That's cool. I'm starting to get that vibe, get that feeling. Some people mentioned that Zenitsu has topped the character popularity polls a couple of times. And I'm starting to see why. I'm starting to feel it. He's an interesting one. I think this was a really strong episode. We touched on Tanjiro and Peeps, and we touch on them a little bit later when we meet Big Bad Dad, who is big and bad and dad. But that doesn't really change what we know about him so far. We knew he was big and bad and dad. But just touching on them, sandwiching Zenitsu's little moment here in this forest in between the two of them. Now we need Chuntaro to like go and find help, please, because I know that Zenitsu's not going to die here. I'm not afraid for him at all, because serialized storytelling with primary characters, like, there's no way. But yeah, we gotta fix that up. So I guess next episode we're probably gonna fight with Dad a bunch. Should be interesting. We'll either get a confirm or deny on whether Tanjiro can cut his skin, because if he can't, they're screwed. Simple. They're real screwed unless he can. I'm conjecturing now. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do the conjecture thing. Yeah, I'm not sure if that ending frame was he can't cut him or stylistically stopping the scene at the moment when the blade makes contact. Just don't know. Should be hype though. Should be a lot of fun. Anyway, solid episode. Really solid production. Good character moments for Zenitsu. Me likey. That's about it for me. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Kimetsu no Yaiba episode 17. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and I hope to catch you next week in the next one. Peace.